Pat Beverley went on his podcast with Ron and reflected about his situation and the bad breakup he had with the Lakers. So take a listen to what Pat Bev had to say, and then we're going to come back and react to it. But before we do so, please like the video and subscribe to the channel.
The Lakers over there doing? What they got going?
LeBron's tweeting out hourglasses.
What that mean?
Who's it time for?
What is it time for?
Yeah. Is he talking about himself? Is he talking about someone else?
I love it.
Is it more fun being on the team or watching it from afar?
When I left, they blamed me. They blamed Russ. We're on some of the best teams in the NBA.
So did the Lakers actually scapegoat Pat Bev and Russell Westbrook? Let's start with Pat Bev real quick. When he got picked up and added on to the Lakers, unlike Russell Westbrook, I like the fit. I was like, I know that Pat Bev is not the greatest three-point shooter. Usually, if you're going to strive next to LeBron James as a guard, you need to be able to go out there and create a bucket for yourself. That's not really Pat Bev's strength. But still, I was like, Pat Bev will provide some leadership. Pat Bev has been uplifting team to some degrees everywhere he's been. And I thought just that the energy on defense that he would bring would help the Lakers. And came to find out that he was actually trying to play defense, but he was killing the spacing on the court because he just wasn't making any threes, especially at the very, very beginning of the season. He was terrible from behind the arc. What was kind of unfortunate is he got traded as soon as he started to make a few shots. But ultimately, I don't know a single soul who's ever was like, yeah, the Lakers are not winning because of Patrick Beverley. I think it was just damaged good, but nobody blamed Patrick Beverley. The expectation when they signed him were pretty low. You know, like he had an okay contract, but it's not like they signed him as a star. They brought him in to change some stuff. No, they was like, yeah, this guy, we're going to take a chance on him. He's a journeyman in the NBA at the end of the day, and maybe he helps us. And he ended up not doing so. Moved on. Now for Russell Westbrook, the situation is different. Because Russell Westbrook, I don't think he was the same caliber of player that he was when he won his first MVP. I mean, he's only MVP on the Thunder, right? But he still came off a triple-double with the Washington Wizards, and he was playing well. So I personally did not like the fit at all. They kept on saying that the plan was pretty much to get Russell Westbrook to at least carry through the regular season. So in case LeBron James or Anthony Davis get injured during the regular season, you still have a guy who by himself will bring you to the playoffs, because that has been his history in the past. However, again, if you're going to strive next to LeBron James, you need to be an efficient scorer, be able to create your own bucket at a high clip, and to shoot the basketball. And Russell Westbrook, he can create his own shot, but he needs the ball for that. And as a catch and shooter, I mean, he's just not that great. That's not his game. He may hit, a few threes. He can be streaky sometimes. He'll also, when he has confidence, he'll hit that little midi off the glass, but he needs to be in rhythm. He needs to feel wanted, all that. It's all about confidence for Russell Westbrook. And because he was a bad fit, it went downhill really fast. The numbers did not look as bad as it looked on the court. So it definitely took some blame. In my opinion, was it Russell Westbrook's fault that the Lakers were bad? No, he was part of the problem, but he was not the problem. Why was he part of the problem, in my opinion? First off, he wasn't playing very good. His IQ wasn't all that great, although he was fighting all the time. Even on defense, he surprised me sometimes because he was really playing better defense than what he is accustomed us to. However, his decision-making in key moments was painful sometimes. And again, he just wasn't providing any shooting. So if you look at the numbers, he was like 17, 8, and 8, but it's not what they brought him for. 17, 8, and 8 is still all-star level numbers. If you're like a first or second seed, you may get into the all-star with those numbers, but that's not $47 million worth of money. Like you give for a 17, 8, and 8, especially in this league with all of the stats that these guys are accumulating, a guy like this, you're giving 25 to 30 mil, not 47. So because he was taking so much of that cap space, he was pretty much preventing the Lakers from surrounding that big three with the competent pieces that they needed. And again, that's not even his fault. That's roster construction. That's very bad roster construction that the Lakers moving away from the blueprint that they already had, which was LeBron at the 1, AD at the 4 with a center and some three guys. But they moved all of the 3-and-D guys that they had to get Russ. They moved Caruso, they moved Kuzma, they moved KCP, and all those guys were pretty much holding the fort because they were those joints, those species that LeBron James was able to control on the court and everything, with AD providing that spacing and that defense. You could place them on the team's open best wing, and they would go out there. Even if they get torched sometimes, they would try hard. And Russell Westbrook, when you brought him in, he cannot provide none of that stuff that I mentioned. He's not a defensive stopper and he's not a shooter. So that was never an issue that was addressed. And because Russell Westbrook was the new guy that was brought in, he took the blame. Now, for Russell Westbrook, despite I believe that he got a bad rap on the Lakers, you cannot deny the fact that they trading him. Actually went and got some pieces that looked good at the time. Now people want to trash them. I still think the pieces that they got in that trade were solid because they were good enough to bring them all the way to the conference finals without Russ, without Pat Bev. So, well, they scapegoated just because of the fact that they were indeed way more successful after getting rid of those guys. I think there is some validity. I guess that kind of proves the Lakers' point to a certain extent. What was really unfair, especially for Russell Westbrook, is the attack on his character, the attack on his reputation as a basketball player and even as a man. Like, I remember the narrative after Russell Westbrook stayed with the Lakers is that whomever would sign him next, unless he performed well, he could find himself out of the league, that he was that bad, that he was such a deep cancer that no one should want him, etc. And as soon as he signed on the Clippers, he showcased the best leadership arguably he's ever showed by, volunteering, coming off the bench, embracing his role, getting the ball to Kawhi in key moments and all that, not doing too much, playing defense, all that stuff, being a glue guy. But again, the difference between Russell Westbrook on the Lakers and on the Clippers is that on the Lakers, he was making $47 million, and now he's making $8 million or $4 million, I think, a year, something like this. So if you get role play contribution for Russell Westbrook with that salary, you can't be mad. Whether on the Lakers, he was actually making more money than LeBron and AD. I believe he was like a top 5 salary in the league. So if you're going to make top 5 salary money, we need top 5 contribution out of you. And he just wasn't providing that. But again, the media, they should know better. Rather than killing the man, just say it's not a good fit, move on. That's not the first time that a situation or duo or player association of that caliber did not work out. So yeah. Anyways, these are my thoughts. If you made it this far, I appreciate you. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. But more importantly, let's have that conversation in the comment section. Do you believe that Russell Westbrook and Pat Bev was scapegoated? Do you believe that what they got as a treatment was fair because the Lakers did go to the conference finals without them? It's been your boy, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.